Do you know that poverty and religious crisis is an industry with a big business venture in Nigeria? In fact, our politicians are like mathematicians. They will study you and calculate when to give you leg over like Ronaldo and Messi. The reason why the underdevelopment all over Nigeria is happening is because the politicians will collect money from the president and they will now use only 10% out of the 100% to repair road. They will not complete the road, and now they will now wait for another year again for the federal government to release another new budget. They will now quote the same road that they did not repair for the government to give them the same money again. In fact, what they are doing now with our road is they are doing party after party.
Party, yeah. Party after party. Party after party, after party, after party. Okay, the pre-game lit, so we turn up. Vibes on vibes, yeah, we burn up. Where the party at, I'ma run up.
Mr. Man, I have warned you. I have warned you to stop asking me questions that piss me off. In fact, don't let me throw all the anger of Nigerians upon you.
I'm so sorry.
Ask reasonable questions.
Let me have
11 phones to bring you.
Now, by the way, it's not good for us to always be blaming the government, the politicians. It's time for us to blame ourselves. We, the citizens of this country, we are part of the problem of the country because we fail to unite as one people. Christians and Muslims fighting against each other. Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa fighting against each other. Even inside Islam and Christianity, there is disunity. Do you know that even inside Islam, we have Ansarudeen, we have Shiites, we have Sunnis, we have what they call them, we have the Nasfat, we have different organizations, you know, even inside the Muslim. Even some Muslims that are in the north, some northern Muslims are always seeing themselves as a superior Muslim to the Yoruba Muslims. You can see the disunity inside Islam. Now, let me now tell you that apart from the disunity inside Islam, there's also disunity inside where? Inside Christianity. Look now, for example, somebody that is attending MFM, you understand, will be looking at a redeemed member that is wearing trousers, wearing weavon and earring, and inside the person's mind, the person will be saying, this person will go to hell, this Christian will go to hell and die. And they are the same Christian, no? Another Christian person will be saying, no, I cannot go to Catholic church. Why? Because the Catholic people are praying through Mary. They are not praying through Jesus. Some people say, I cannot go to other churches because they are not using Jehovah. Instead, they are using other names that they feel is not related to God. Are you seeing what I'm saying? So the disunity in the country has eaten so deep. Do you know that there are some Igbo people that do not see Igbo, their fellow Igbo men, they do not see them as real Igbos? Even in the Igbo community, they are against each other. They are saying that this is not real Igbo, these are the real Igbos. Even in the Igbo community, look at, for example, now, the Delta, the Benin, the Edo people, for example, you can see inside the Delta, the Benin, the Edo community, we have the Ishekiris and we have the, what they call them, the Ijos. They cannot even see themselves eye to eye. And you're saying Nigeria is united. Until Nigerians themselves unite, the country can never be what? Be salvation. Are you getting what I'm saying? It's only in Africa and Nigeria you will see a country with uncountable churches and mosques and very few schools and hospitals. In fact, some schools don't even have a roof or table or chair. Some hospitals don't even have injection or even medicine. In fact, the Boko Haram is against education. The government is not helping the education system. The churches are not even helping to promote education. They're not even helping to even make education cheaper for Nigerians. You know, how can a church of God, collect tithe and offering from everybody and cannot build an affordable school that poor people can attend? How? Why? And these poor people, every Sunday and every midweek services, they will go to church and they will pay tithe, and they will still go other schools and be suffering to pay for school fees for their children. Why? What is happening in this country? Are we not seeing what is going on? For over 16 years now, there is always ASU strike. And the government will not owe senators or House of Representative people. Why? The teachers that are the ones that teach the senators have to become senators will be owed money, and the senators will not be owed money. Why? Imagine the millions they pay to the senators, and imagine the gateman fee they pay to the teachers. Do you see what I'm seeing in this country? Now let me tell you something about Boko Haram that you yourself you don't even know. The same Boko Haram that is claiming to fight for God and to save our Muslim brothers and sisters from Western education, you understand me now, is the same Boko Haram that will kidnap them, kill them, rape them, even sell them as slaves to be married to other people. You see, the same people that claim they want to save our Nigerian Muslim brothers and sisters, they are the same people even attacking and destroying their life. In fact, to me, Nigeria as a whole is a scam. In fact, Nigeria is a scam. Education in Nigeria may never succeed because it is easier for a politician to give a literate and illiterate, somebody that don't go to school, 2,000 naira to go and die for him in a political campaign than to give a graduate 5,000 naira to go and die for him. In fact, that graduate will not collect that 5k. That is the problem the politician will have, because that graduate is educated enough to know that that 5k cannot even buy him a burial casket. He cannot even celebrate his burial even when he dies. So, in case you don't know, anytime you hear Muslim and Christian fighting religious war, it is a lie. Oh. It is a complete lie, because all those things na scam. Politicians are using religious crisis, as an excuse to terminate and attack their opponent. That's why in any religious crisis, it is always the innocent ones that are always killed. You understand? They will kill the innocent ones because the innocent ones are actually the target. They just use the religious crisis to disguise and deceive people. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Stop asking me stupid questions that even you as a Nigerian and African, you know the answer to that question. Please ask me another question. I'm so sorry. Biafra is a good cause. To the people. Now, the Igbos are not interested in Biafra. The Igbos have seen the foresight. They know, the real Igbo billionaires, they have seen the foresight already. They know that the way this thing is going, it will backfire. So majority of them are not really interested. And do you know why the Igbos are not really interested in Biafra? Because the Igbos put business first before any. Do you know that in Lagos alone, the Igbos are the main people running business in Lagos? Alaba International Market, that's a very mighty market servicing the whole Africa. Igbos are running it. If you go to trade fair, Igbos are running it. Ladipo market, Igbos are running it. People are coming all over Africa to come and buy things from there. Even if you go to Idumota market, that they have all the old big shops, Igbos are the one running mandilas and everywhere. So every container you see coming from that Apapa Oshodi road, 90% of them are for the Igbo man. Now you not expect this same Igbo man now that has business in the north. Do you know that in the north, most of the pharmacies are owned by the Igbos, estates are owned by the Igbos, mechanic shops and all the old spare part dealing and everything, and the importation, everything and clothes owned by the Igbo men. Now you not expect this Igbo man that has Nigeria as a whole as his market, you now want him now to shut it down and follow you to Biafra to go and campaign for Biafra. Now you now expect all of them now that have market all over Nigeria that is not even enough for them to now pack everything and converge in Onitsha market, that there is not even space anymore. Imagine no Igbo businessman will ever accept that. You don't know that what you're fighting for is not good, but the best way to handle this situation is to let the government understand that it's time for the government to apportion every state to what they do. For example, now if your state generates 1 billion naira every month, let them just cut your money and give to you. Let every state be feeding themselves according to what they have. Are you getting my point? The only problem Christians have with Muslims is that they fear that the Muslims do not believe in Jesus. In fact, anytime they tell you that the Muslims do not believe in Jesus, any pastor that tell you that the Muslims do not believe in Jesus, that pastor is lying. You know why he's lying? Because even the Quran, the Holy Quran, calls Jesus Isa. The Quran has a name for Jesus, and his name is what? Isa. Even the Quran calls Jesus the Spirit from God. You can go and check for yourself. Even the same Quran called Jesus the Messiah word of the world. And even the Quran still called Jesus the word from God. You understand? And Quran mentioned Jesus more than 24 times than any prophet inside the same Quran. So if any man of God is confusing you by telling you that Christians and Muslims are not brother and sisters, my brother, you should suspect that man of God. For the Quran to have so many pages for only Jesus, so many pages, my brother, you should be united with your fellow Muslim brother. In fact, you should apologize to your fellow Muslim brother and don't let people use doctrines and manipulation of the scriptures in the Bible and manipulation of the scriptures in the Quran to confuse you. Because some people, what they specialize in doing is they will read the Quran and use it to confuse you. You understand? It's time you go and buy the Quran yourself and read it. It's time you go and buy the Bible and read it so that you will know where you are going. It's time you stop letting people to lead you.
Now you're done watching this video, right? This is Mr. Nollywood. I want to say big thank you to you, especially you that just finished watching one of my videos. So now the next thing you should do is click the subscribe button on my YouTube channel so that the next video you will be the first to be notified about it. Mr. Nollywood, one love. Keep it locked down on this channel. More videos coming, very entertaining ones. We love you.
Yo, what's up? My name is Mr. Nollywood. I'm a fight choreographer, Nollywood actor, stuntman.
good time to jump in?
In case if you want more of this action, you know, you want to learn how to throw your kicks and all that and do you know, fight choreographies, and then also if you're a newbie in the movie industry, you want to join Nollywood, you want to be part of the Nollywood movie industry, we're going to be uploading videos of how you can be part of the system, you know.
You're rocking on the mix with DJ Nollywood, aka Mr. Nollywood.
Mr. Nollywood, Madman Original. Me a there, so you know.
You're listening to
Mr. Nollywood,
Not a Mercy,
Madman Original.
we run these blacks.
Yeah, check us out on www.mrnollywood.com. You know what time it is. MrNollywood.com. Check us out. It's your love and support that's been pushing me forward. So thank you, Mr. Nollywood. You can follow me on Instagram at Mr. Nollywood NG also. Keep it locked down, Mr. Nollywood.
la 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 la